No, no, yeah, no, no,
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Unapologetically Stupid. I am your hostess with the mostest, the best of the Midwest, Jeff Rose, and with me as always I have the sensational Nicholas Shin.
What's up, guys? We're coming at you from Stack's House of Music, our new studio.
Yep.
Last week, thanks to the good old Midwest, random snow blizzard, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
We couldn't be here, which sucked, but we're happy to be back.
Oh,
Took a little while. We're still trying to get the swing of things, how to set up, be quick about it. And
The board. I'm so sorry to
our
sound guy.
I cannot
Rowan.
say
Our
how
board is junk.
thankful I am to have Rowan Stewart with us, helping us out with our sound engineering and just being here just to look me in the eyes through the whole episode and remind me that I may be a worthless piece of shit. But,
no, you're not a worthless piece of shit.
Just,
But we love you.
but I'm worthless.
But yeah, no, this is last week. You probably noticed we didn't post to the YouTube channel, and that is shortly my fault and shortly
It's more or
God's
less
fault.
no. It's more or less technology's fault. I wouldn't bring the big man into this.
I mean, I'm not gonna blame him, but like I kind of blame him.
But I get where you're coming from
just
because
kidding.
we had dinner that night.
Yeah.
And Jeff he came in, he was so proud.
I was so excited.
He
excited.
figured out the proper way of editing those types of videos.
So yeah, because the first one we did, it took me. I regret saying this out loud and publicizing it. How I am at editing, but it took me. The first video took me about, I want to say, 4 hours to edit. Just coming back, getting the white. I didn't even color correct it at all. But the second week, we did the Zoom call, and with the video, I finally learned how to do like the multi-camera setup to where all I have to do is press 3 buttons to cut it to make the
Yeah.
cuts that I want. And it took like, I want to say 45 minutes to an hour. It took off 3 hours of me just being stressed and like trying to cut and do all this little mini stuff. I can just literally watch it and press a button. And if I make a mistake, I just rewind it and recut it. I just press a different button. It's so much easier. So I was so proud going, and we went to dinner around like 7 o'clock that
Something
day.
like that because it's before basketball.
So I got off of work at 4:30, edited it. That's weird to say.
I can't believe you said that without a stutter.
I'm getting
You
better.
usually edited.
I have a speech coach.
Do you really?
Yeah, Twista. I just listen to Twister.
Twista?
Yeah.
Is that a rapper from the 90s?
Yeah, you know what Twista is? Before there was, it doesn't matter. If you listen to that's how Ed Sheeran lost his speech impediment. He listened to a bunch of Eminem songs and just started that's how he kind of just memorized Eminem
So maybe
songs.
since Jeff's doing this, he'll be rich soon.
Doubt it.
Yeah.
Doubtful. I don't have I'm not money hungry enough to be rich. But anyway, long story short, I go home, I come back from dinner and playing basketball to try to stay fit.
Like I woke up to a text at like 1 a.m.
It
my
was
phone
2.
going
It was
off.
around 2. I was
It was like this
livid.
huge paragraph, and he's like, "Well, we're not having a video. God hates us, and this and that." And like I didn't even respond because I'm like, "It is what it is. It's middle of the night."
I don't know if it was between because basically the main problem was it didn't export as a QuickTime, and then when I did get it figure out how to export it, the audio it's what it sounded like.
Kind of like when my Amazon has a stroke and like the
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly. And then so I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll just take that audio. I have the separate audio file for it. I'll just just try to redo it, and then it starts then Premiere crashes on me. I'm like, okay, it's like out of the blue, doesn't mean anything. I try to re-upload it, crashes on me again. I tried 2 more. I did a total 4 times trying to re-upload this video. I'm like, you know what? And that's when I sent the message to you. I'm like, you know what? Wasn't meant to be. You know what? Let's just wait till we have our actual camera set up. And if you cameras look at me, if you don't upload, I swear to God, I will cry. I won't do anything. I might
And
throw
usually
you away.
I'm the
I might
one
throw
crying.
You away. I'm gonna throw you away. I'm gonna throw all of you away and just suicide. That's a little dark, wasn't it? Yeah,
Well,
this is the 10-minute part too, so this is probably a little too dark.
Before we break off with this episode and get into what we're going to be talking about, shall we cheers?
Oh yeah, so it's gonna be our new thing. Cheers in every episode.
And I would like to specify I'm still sober.
As he takes.
This does not count.
Before we get into actual things, do you have anything? Because we usually do over our weekend plans, but honestly, I didn't do anything this weekend worth
I went
mentioning.
to Shipshawana for 2 monster truck shows.
Oh, how was that?
I love being around the Amish.
The Amish. Amish, gotcha.
We pull.
You get some fried chicken?
Oh, okay. Let me play by play.
Okay.
We get up there. Oh my God.
Oh, get a little hole in your chest there?
Haven't felt that in a minute. I kind of miss it.
I feel you.
But we get up to Shipshawana and we pull into the arena, and like usually, front row parking, it's all handicap, right? Mm-hmm. It's all the Amish. Horse and buggies across at the monster truck show. We're like, this is going to be a good day.
Amish, okay.
So, we get in there, do the first show. It was at 1. And then we went and drove around the town, tried to hit some stores, but everything closed at like 4. Okay. It was like Brown County. Mm-hmm. The town shuts down at like 2 hours before sundown.
Makes sense.
But it's because of the Amish.
Oh, I thought it was a sundown state. You don't know what a sundown
But
state is.
we went and we found, everybody kept recommending this Amish buffet. See, there you go. Mm-hmm. Amish. But so we went and ate. And I don't know if I've publicized this. Jeff knows, Rowan knows. But ever since I turned 25, this past July, I have been struggling with dairy. And I will never truly admit to this because God hates a motherfucker Twitter. There's my one F word of the episode. But so I'm like, that mac and cheese looks the bomb. Like they could not have put any more cheese in it.
Was it like a multiple kind of cheese, or just the one big block of cheddar?
Oh, I don't know what it was. It was a perfect thick sauce.
Oh.
And so, I got me a big old spoon of that, and I ate it. Went and hit the salad bar second because, you
got to feel
doing
like
it in
something.
doing it in a row of orders.
Salad bar there is just for like.
Oh, this salad bar had everything in it. It was
fruit.
I guess it didn't have everything in it. But so I get back with the salad, and I'm sitting there, and I look up at Colton, and Colton was about to go get his like 3rd or 4th plate. Because
to be young and to be able to eat and not feel bad.
Well, he now that he's not fat anymore, his fat year was last year.
Okay.
So, but I sit there and I'm like, uh-oh. I look over at Richie, Connie's like, what? And Colton's like, uh-oh. And we both got up, and Colton thought I was going back to the buffet with him. Uh-huh. But I just beelined it to the door, and I'm in the bathroom for about half hour.
And can we make a side note that Nick has a stimulation about in public places.
Yeah.
So this was emergency.
This was bad, and this, since we're here and all the traveling I do for work and everything, I have found this app. It's called Places I've Pooped, and so we're in Greenfield, Indiana right now, and this is just Greenfield.
Those red markers you have right now.
I have.
For those of you listening at home, Nick has an app on his phone that he just pulled up that has little pin drops on a map. Apparently, that means that's a place where you pooped.
Yeah, and like you could click on one. Let's click on one here, and it says pooped. So evidently, I pooped there. But let's scroll out to the state. There's the state of Indiana.
We know where you live then, because it's right in the little middle.
But let's scroll out to the U.S.
Oh, what were you doing in Colorado? No. What's the bottom four of the four corners? New Mexico?
Yeah.
What were you doing? You had a monster truck show in Mexico?
Balloon Fiesta, when I flew the hot air balloon.
You've had that app for this long?
No, I kind of remember.
Oh, got you.
Painful situations I've been in. But if you want to get a little crazy.
Took it international.
Let's go international.
Is that all like your Euro trip?
Yeah.
You went 3 years ago? But
back to last weekend. Shout out Places I Pooped. I don't know who made you, but you were awesome.
It's a very simplistic idea.
So we went back to the show, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, I know that's not it. Dairy's going to hit me, man. Well, it didn't hit me for 2 days later, yesterday. It hit me.
Have you ever thought of? I've told you this beginning of those take-home tests, but no, not even that. Just trying lactate and see how you feel after you take a pop of lactate.
Because that goes in the line of quitting.
That's not quitting.
Yeah, it is.
Lactate is so you can eat dairy.
Yeah, but it's a vice, and I don't want to be. I don't want to rely upon something to live my life.
You're probably gonna have to, and if you keep eating cheese, you're probably gonna get high cholesterol.
Well,
Gonna take a pill for that. You're not gonna take a pill for that?
I have perfect cholesterol. Thank you very much. As much as I've been to the doctor in the past month because of my hand, believe it or not, I have.
They ran your cholesterol when you went to
No,
for your hand.
I'm getting to where I was going. I'm getting to where I was going.
Got you.
Believe it or not, I have perfect blood pressure. Would you believe that for as angry as a person as I am?
I can believe that because you do physical activity for like living.
Yeah,
So you're moving around.
I guess.
So you have probably good blood flow.
But that was my weekend.
That was better than my weekend. Wait, you skipped. You got to the mac and cheese, but I'm not gonna lie to you. The people talk about who has the best fried chicken. People say black people, Southern people.
If we're going,
apparently Korean fried chicken is a thing.
I
haven't had it.
I
but
learned
apparently,
last year that Korean baseball's a thing. But
from John and
yeah,
Betting.
because he's an addict.
Yeah, but I want to know how this, because I've had it before personally, and it's probably my favorite fried chicken I've ever had
The
in my life.
Amish can make some.
My
damn good.
God, I don't even know.
I got a leg, right? Mm-hmm. And I could have just put it in my mouth and pulled off all the chicken in one. Yeah. And this buffet had everything.
I would have just took the fried chicken.
What's up, guys? You just listened to the first 10 minutes of another episode of Unapologetically Stupid. If you want to hear more, head on over to all major podcast streaming services, Amazon, Apple, Spotify, and listen to the rest of this episode. Make sure you like and subscribe Nautical TV.